Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Your friend Ricky Cruz, NGW heavyweight champion, once again to invite you to an amazing show from NGW, to invite you to Missoula, Illinois, to enjoy a night of wrestling. Now, Curtis, the chairman, you're the first one of PYT that I get to have in the ring. You're the first one that has to pay for getting involved in my match last show. And I saw your little promo, I saw your little video. Well, it ain't nothing little about that video. And it wasn't a promo, it was more like a monologue, because you talked for like half an hour. Jesus Christ, dude. Attention span. You gotta be quick with this. You stand into a camera, you stand in front of a camera, and you start talking about, I need to win. I need to beat you more than breathing itself. You're already out of breath when you're speaking into this camera. And you're going to be suffocating at the show if you think that I'm going to let you beat me for this belt. You see, this match is not about you winning this belt. This match is about you paying for putting your nose where you didn't have to. You think you're all that in a bag of chips. You say, I'm going to introduce you to the chairman. And you start hitting your little chair. My friend, there's a reason why they call me the King of Chaos. I'm not scared about a chair. You want to bring your chair? Bring your chair. I'll make sure to introduce you to a couple of friends of mine. Curtis, you have no idea what you agreed to. But it's okay. Everybody has to learn a certain way. August 15th, Curtis, the chairman. May God take mercy on your soul, because I sure as hell won't. By the way, how is that leg of yours?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to NGW High Voltage. I am the camera guy, and here with me is the loudest mouth at the commentary table, the Guido. And Guido, this weekend is NGW Aftermath.
It's finally happening. You know, we've been talking about this for months and months and months, and now, finally, this Saturday, August 15th, at the Mascoutah AG Center. We have the links in the various comment feeds.
Yep, we got the links, direct links to where you can buy your tickets now.
Exactly, and you will see the King of Chaos, Ricky Cruz, against the chairman, Curtis Payne. And added bonus, if Curtis Payne does win, he gets a future shot at the King of Chaos's NGW Heavyweight Championship. I do find that very interesting, though, that Ricky was referencing Curtis Payne's leg.
Why is that interesting to you, Guido?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I know that. I know that Curtis Payne has had a history of leg issues.
Yes.
And it's one of those get in your opponent's head kind of moments.
It also shows the skill level of Ricky, knowing that the leg is a weak point on the chairman of PYT, Curtis Payne. So, I mean, I can see Ricky targeting the leg throughout the course of that match.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Ricky, usually quick pace, but he, the experience, he has a very well-rounded attack. So, and in all honesty, he's a little miffed because he and his buddy couldn't finish their match, couldn't see who was the better man.
Yeah, well, I'm a little miffed about that too. It was a wonderful match. I was very looking forward to seeing who was going to come out on top.
But PYT just seems to make sure that we just can't have nice things.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, we can't even have Playboy Double H there. Wonder why.
No, because he decided to go out and pull some strings, so that way he doesn't have to actually face, anybody next. He was going to be facing Marcellus, but
Yeah.
no. Playboy decided that he was going to have fellow PYT member Marco Hendricks step in to face Marcellus Knight.
Well, it's like I said, and the thing is, I mean, we know how PYT works. We know how PYT operates. Playboy is going to throw everything and everyone in the way between himself and those he's going up against, those he's trying to stay away from.
I kind of have to agree with Dardar here on the Yay Marco, because Marco Hendricks is a top tier, wonderful competitor, and him and Marcellus are just going to. Marcellus, of course, is going to show up and show out, but neither one of them is going to leave anything in the tank by the end of that match.
No, both these guys are both of these wrestlers are incredible talents. The thing is, it's quite possible. One of the things, I keep using this phrase quite a bit in some of these instances, and it's youth and exuberance is never a match for old age and treachery. Now, not saying anyone's old in this match, but Marcellus has a wealth of experience.
Guido, we all old, man.
Speak for yourself. I get you.
Like we was talking about a little bit ago, used to be able to drive to Chicago for there and back for $20.
Dude, for $20 you could fill the gas tank, get a big bag of burgers from McDonald's, and and you and your buddies could all go to Chicago.
Yeah. Well, not my car. My car back then was just a little 2-seater. So.
Well, I strapped somebody to the hood. It was fine.
Oh, Dardar in chat saying that, Guido, I have a sign for you, and Camera Guy, I have a sign for you. Awesome.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So I know that the restriction on Guido photographs is for talent, but do you think we could get a photo of you and Dardar with the sign that Dardar has for you, and you won't turn Dardar evil?
I would love to make that promise, but as you know, I can't make the promise that Dardar won't turn it up. But then again, Dardar's not my biggest fan, and every time my phone comes out, Dardar runs. So it's I hope to get a picture of the sign. Don't get me wrong.
Dardar makes some wonderful signs.
I mean, this has been one of the greatest things about this. Everything the fans do. Dardar making signs for us. Tiffany and her artwork. It's I think we forget how much of an effect we have on these folks. And a lot of the time it's positive, which is wonderful. And that's that's what makes it rewarding for us.
Oh yes. But
before we go any further, I want to say a big thank you to all the fans.
Oh yes. Without the fans, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, there would be no New Genesis Wrestling. There would be no MMWA. There'd be no IWA Productions, no IEW, no SICW, no MCW, no Midwest Takedown.
MWC, Midwest Wrestling Coalition.
MWC. I think there's an MCW, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there because there's a lot of wrestling around these days, and it's because the fans want it.
Yeah, it's wonderful. There are so many organizations in the St. Louis area, so fans get so much wrestling every weekend. It's great.
Oh yeah. We're going to be busy next couple weeks. We've got NGW this weekend. Next weekend, I've got Illinois Elite Wrestling in Highland.
I think next weekend is CHWA too, right?
Yeah. Yep. CHWA. There's. I know there's another one.
Ignite has a show next weekend.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, look, there's wrestling all over.
Huh. I know there's going to be one busy weekend in October. That first weekend in October.
Oh yeah.
Because CHWA is going to have the 2-night John Holt Yo event, and WWE's coming to town for Raw. So.
Wow. Well, speaking of wrestling all over, we got a match that is quite potentially going to involve wrestling all over, and that's going to be for the Lightning Division Championship. Carter Riley, Jerry Morgan, and the current reigning NGW Lightning Division champion, Logan Ridge. Of course, Carter says he's the champion.
Hey, look, anybody can go buy a belt and say they're the champion, or go steal a belt and say they're the champion, but a championship is earned. The belt is a prop. The belt is an object. It's a symbol. It's an icon of that person's designation as the best in that division. Or the best
he technically earned it. I mean, technically, he pinned Logan Ridge. You pinned him after the match was already over and just yanked the title. But, I mean, part of defending the title is being able to, keep possession of it.
Well, but the thing is you have to, in order to win the title, you have to win it in a match.
Yeah, we don't. Oh, what was that? What was that old WWE title they had for a while where it could be defended? The 20. Yeah, we don't have a 24/7, 24/7 I-95 7-Eleven. I forget everything that R-Truth used to say. Jason Deeth has a very good. The belt is a symbol of hard-won achievement. That is true. Exactly. I mean, and all three of those men are going to be going into that match to prove that it is their hard-won achievement.
Now, I can't vouch for any other personality in wrestling or a fan in wrestling for that matter, but I know there's a few people that do think like me. If you bring a title to wrestling, but to be fair though, if you bring a title to a wrestling show, you should have to defend it.
Have Curse Fire say, this is a great card this Saturday. People get your tickets now. I couldn't agree more. Also, the chairman is a cool guy. Good show. The chairman of PYT once threatened me with the chair.
Just once?
Once that I can remember. I mean, it was a very direct threat. It was when we were up in Jeff at the Jeff Elementary School.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's also remember, my mouth has a tendency to get me in trouble. It has on occasions. But yeah.
But another championship match that we'll be having this Saturday will be match 3 of the Pony Club versus the Boy Monster for the NGW Tag Team Champions. But this one is no count out, no DQ. There absolutely, positively has to be a definitive winner.
And we're at that point. Yeah, we're definitely in this. It's definitely come to this between these two teams.
Yes.
Both these teams highly decorated. Both these teams know how to get it done in that ring. But now you've come to the point where we need to throw the rules completely out the window.
Yes.
And knowing things, probably shrapnel will be thrown in that general direction as well, too.
Well, speaking of the tag team titles, as we all know, cards subject to change.
Yes.
But this year, I think, is a change for the better, because originally it was supposed to be Masterclass going up in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Donnell Benjamin. 2 N's, 2 L's, Donnell Benjamin.
Yeah, he's very insistent about that.
Yes. But co-CEO Jason Halbert decided to, shift the advantage away from Masterclass and make that a tag team match. Donnell Benjamin is going to be able to pick his partner. And not only that, but this match is for the NGW Tag Team Right to Fight contract.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I know Masterclass is miffed about how Donald Benjamin pretty much eliminated all of them.
He yeeted all of them, but that's
Battle Royal.
It was great.
I'm sure it was. It's a shame I missed it. But to think, we're just gonna, get him in a handicap match. That just didn't sit. I guess it didn't sit right with management, and they they shuffled their library. They drew a card and then played that wonderful spell card. That's not going to work for me, brother, and made it a tag team match.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a Magic the Gathering anytime soon.
And of course the question is who is going to be Donnell's partner?
Right now, you're thinking of a painting of a wizard with a Fu Manchu.
And of course, we also are going to be having a chop fest, I could say, as Rydar takes on Jake Prater.
You see that look on. Here's the thing. As a wise man once said, this isn't a prediction; it's a spoiler. You see the look that's on Reinhardt's face, and how he's clutching his chest in that photo.
He's punching his fist. He's rearing up for a fight. But yeah, that's probably going to be the same face of agony he makes when.
Look. God love you, Reinhardt, and so do we. But there's a reason for the chant "Chop, Prater, chop."
I don't think Reinhardt is going to have a very good night. I'm going to have a good night. I'm going to get lots of wonderful pictures.
Yeah, well, yeah, as you do, because you're the camera guy. And but this is if Reinhardt wins, again, game we played on paper. If Reinhardt wins, he's going to be feeling that for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Jake Prater enjoys his protein powder, right?
Yeah.
It's made out of people's sternums.
And I know that he has been working out in the gym, so he is becoming even more dangerous.
Yeah, speaking of dangerous, the GGO staff showing up.
But I'm going to be there Saturday. Guido, you're going to be there Saturday. And you know who else is going to be there Saturday?
Well, I'm hoping everyone watching.
Yeah. But most prudent to that question would be your commentary partner this weekend. And our guest tonight, James Allen Marks. What do you say we go ahead and bring him on?
Oh, exactly. I love talking with James. James and I, we have a relationship.
Hello, sir.
How you doing, fellas?
Doing all right. Yourself?
What's going on? Could be better, could be worse, but got some peace and quiet here to do this with y'all, so pretty happy for that.
Marcellus Knight's also going to be there this weekend.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I think we got that covered.
Are you looking forward to Saturday?
Absolutely, gentlemen. I think the match that I'm looking forward to the most, it's a toss-up. Either the heavyweight, a shot at the heavyweight title between Curtis Payne or Ricky Cruz, or as a match you guys were just talking about, Jake Prater versus Ragnar the Hooligan. I'll admit I have a biased reason for why that might be my favorite match, but what can I say? Ragnar the Hooligan, he hasn't come.
So where are you in the pool of how long into the match will it be before Reinar's chest looks like raw hamburger?
I'd say 4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes?
Because if I get lucky, Prater will do nothing but chop and chop and chop and chop until he cannot breathe. Which Prater's going to take it slow, probably. So 4 or 5 minutes sounds right.
So I want to welcome you to the program. It's wonderful having you, and I gotta start out, by asking you, how in the world did you get involved in this crazy world of wrestling?
Well, got started back in 2021, September to be exact. First show and first promotion that I worked for, Guido, you're very familiar with it, Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance.
Yep.
Before I had joined wrestling, I had been representing some local cage fighters, you could say, in and around St. Louis for a few years. But since I've been a kid, I've been more of a fan of wrestling. I love MMA, but I just love me some pro wrestling. So when I saw the opportunity to come in, instead of going with, to be fair, in St. Louis, MMWA, Dynamo Pro, St. Louis Anarchy, and even, who am I forgetting here? Oh,
RCW.
RCW, you are correct. So even though I had those options, getting in with CHWA in 2021, especially right after they had just come back, it felt like the place to be. With everybody coming around, the Butcher, Damian Blade, Playboy, everybody working that place, and it felt like a pretty good place to get my start in this. Although I did start originally as an official.
Yeah, for while you were the head official at CHWA, but then you branched out. Very similar,
Yes,
very similar to the vein of, I don't know. I'm probably dating myself here a bit, but the likes of Dangerous Danny Davis.
there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, we went from a referee to a wrestler, but what did provide more of the guidance? I mean, this isn't the same Danny Davis that was partnered with Jim Cornette, running Ohio Valley Wrestling back in those days. Yeah, there's two separate Danny Davises.
I could be honest, I haven't seen too much of his work, but
yeah, like I said, this was like the late '80s, early '90s.
Oh yes, I'm a little familiar with him mostly through thanks to Cornette and of course OVW itself.
Yeah.
Can't lie, that's been a place I've definitely been hoping to get in at. Represents some amazing talent they have there.
So how long were you a referee?
Technically, I still have my license in Missouri, at least. In Illinois, it has been a little bit. I did ref for Rampage Championship Wrestling back in May. More of a special guest, but given my experience, I mean, it was the right decision. Things didn't go according to plan, but it was nice to put on the stripes once again. But I did start out as an official, so from 2021 to 2024 while I was in CHWA. Again, I've reffed many other places, but it was mainly in CHWA where I did a lot of my refereeing. And if any promotion needs a referee, I got the experience. And honestly, guys, it served as a tremendous way to scout talent up close and personal. That's why the talent CHWA had at that time was insane. And I'm glad I got this. I can say that I ended up representing multiple people that I didn't think I was going to get to represent. Still got my eye on a few, but Guido, you both have seen some of them. Johnny B, Parasite, when he's Tyler Knight, freaking
Yeah.
bug,
Of
and
course,
many others.
yes, of course. As people familiar with Illinois Elite Wrestling know, you're the consigliere of Class Action.
That I am.
It's been kind of how do we put this? It's had ups and downs. Don't get me wrong.
I'm man enough to admit it. Things have not been going according to plan for quite a while. Now it's honestly just me and Johnny B in Class Action. But everybody keeps saying Johnny should drop me as his representative. Yet they forget I helped make him a two-time Illinois Elite Wrestling Midwest champion. So, and I've gotten him multiple world championship opportunities. So, does he really want to drop me? I think not. And I don't think Johnny does either. So I think at this next show, August 22nd, there can be only one live in Highland. I think me and Johnny are going to be able to resolve things finally once and for all, Guido.
Well, here's hoping, because things, I hate to say it, things have not been going very well. But to be fair, I don't think you're totally to blame. I think there's been mistakes been made. Don't get me wrong. To err is human. But I think Johnny B has put a lot of the blame on you.
Yes, he has. But again, as you said, we're only human, Guido. I mean, you were there on commentary back in April for Pick Your Poison. Him and Sidney J. Manson in a 3 stages of hell match. You saw how brutal that got. He was going to kill Johnny if I didn't throw in that towel. Johnny still blames me for losing. I saved his life. He was my client. Why wouldn't I try to save him?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's your job.
Exactly. I made sure his health and safety was put first. Made sure that he could go home to his family. You could say I'm a hero in that regard, Guido. Yeah. I wasn't going to let him get murdered by some psychopath who didn't know better.
Well, I mean, we'll gloss over the fact that you used to represent that psychopath in the past, but
I made him a tag team champion. What can I say?
That is fair. I mean, every member of Class Action ended up being a champions.
Exactly.
Some it was after they left, like in the case of the undeniable Corey Andrews or
Benedict Arnold. Yeah, I know who you're speaking of.
So I've been catching you mostly in NGW and IWA, where you're on the commentary booth.
Yes, sir.
And I gotta say, I enjoy your commentary a lot. You did a better job than me.
What can I say?
The camera guy is not good at commentary.
Look, I don't want to...
Don't deny that.
Look.
What was that?
I said you can talk. You can't deny that, but what can I say? It's what I'm good at.
He is very good at talking.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Guido.
Those $1,000 suits don't buy themselves.
Very expensive. Actually, in the market to get a new one, just got to figure out what color suits me, besides black and white. I'd say probably a nice blue and red like what I had at Savage Games, Guido.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong, a splash of color every now and again.
And hey, I'm not Saul Goodman, so you won't be seeing no ridiculous ties on me. I'm making that note.
Yeah. Well, the thing that a lot of people don't realize, and Guido will attest to this, is that commentary is not easy. You have to keep up with the events of everything that's going on with the ring. You have to be up to spec on everybody's move sets, finishers. You are the voice that's telling the story beyond what's going on in the ring.
Exactly.
Well,
Sorry. Repeat yourself.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think it's the way I've likened it on several occasions.
Tyler Bodie in the comments saying
Are you
$1,000
kidding me?
suit looks like a $5 suit from Goodwill.
Hey,
I mean, he's a redneck. What does he know about fashion?
I mean, well, you know what? I'm willing to bet, the only thing that I will say is that a suit usually does come with a tie, though.
Look, I'm trying to relax here, guys. That's why I didn't feel like suiting up with my tie. Just wanted to keep it business casual, especially given I'm not where I'm usually at. So just taking it easy for today.
yeah. No, and believe it or not, James and I have discussed fashion tips and you know, possibly
You
Anytime,
haven't tried to talk him into joining the Bald Club for Men, though, right?
heavens no,
come on.
I'm
It's just locked, really.
hey, look, if I still had hair like that, well, I'd still have hair, but that's beside the point. But I think James. Well, when people ask me like, what does commentary bring? I mean, a lot of people think that maybe commentary isn't needed anymore because it's basically
No.
well, people see it as like a throwback to the days of radio, and when television came out, when you could see it, it does make a big difference. However, I liken commentary. I mean, it provides depth. I mean, commentary provides depth. We can very quickly. I mean, there's a lot of companies that have have really great production value that can do like highlight reels and things like that. But even then, it still doesn't provide the entire story. And if you imagine wrestling like I liken wrestling to a live action comic book. Commentary,
in a lot of ways, I see the similarities.
Okay. Commentary fills in the role of the tracer or the inker. I don't know why I said tracer. I think I was watching Chase a Game a few days ago, probably. If
a long time since I've seen a great movie.
Oh yeah, very very excellent movie. But the inker adds depth and shading to the artist's original work. And it's whereas the wrestlers make themselves to be heroes and villains. We at the commentary desk, our job is to make them gods and monsters. And
100% agree on that.
yeah, and it's a job we take very seriously. So yeah. Not only we have because we have to get over the entire show. We have to get over everybody on the card. We have if a guy's like you run of the mill white meat babyface, our job is to make you think that he's the greatest guy in the world. He sends his mom cash, calls her every weekend, helps old ladies across the street, buys
saves puppies from the building.
Buys at least 3 boxes of Girl Scout. Is a pillar of the community. Whereas our job is to make the heel sound like the biggest rat bastard known to man.
Within reason.
Well,
we don't need reason.
Well, you still need to recognize the accomplishments and skill and talents of the heel. You highlight that they still have a dastardly personality and that they most commonly use creative tactics to win.
Yeah.
That is true. I will agree.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me
And
wrong.
again,
But that's our job. That is our job. We take it very seriously. And the thing is, like, the past few years, now that MMA, you're talking about managing MMA talent. Now that a lot of MMA's influence has been coming into pro wrestling, for at least the past, 20, 25 years or so. Now we have to learn whole new moves. It's not just pile drivers or DDTs or moonsaults. We have to know the difference between a Darce choke and a Von Flute choke. Even then, I have trouble with that.
I have that same problem as well, especially when I focused more on getting my clients their fights and usually making a nice little profit off of them, that kind of thing. And there's certain holds I'm still not fully aware of all which ones are which. Obviously, with professional wrestling, I'm more familiar with the holds mainly used in it, so it's still a work in progress learning it all, but I feel like I've done pretty well so far.
Yeah, what was it? I was watching something, and someone did a moonsault slam from the second rope. That's something I never thought I'd see. I actually had that as a finisher in an E-Fed. Where
it's just
nowadays, nowadays we go by wrestling and gravity is optional.
Okay, yeah, I will agree on that 100%. Because seeing some of the things these guys do, I know even if I practiced it a million times and was a prime athlete, I don't think I could do half of the things that these guys do. Hey, whoa, whoever that was.
That's the American Outlaw, Tyler Bodine. Tyler Bodine is saying that both you and Guido suck.
Yeah, grammar notwithstanding.
Wow. Again, it's a redneck talking. What's the matter?
We get to play everybody's favorite grammar game, 2, 2, and 2.
I like our odds, Guido.
But
I don't know. After this last week and getting the chance to see Tyler Bodine in action, I wouldn't think either one of you would actually want to step into the ring with him.
No,
I've dealt with him a couple times before. He definitely knows how to throw them hands.
Oh yeah,
I'll
say that. So I don't mind steering clear, but I have no problem calling his matches if he wants to come to New Genesis or IWA.
No, I have no problem either. But yeah, it's we do our best to respect everybody.
Try to.
All right, so he is clarifying that Tyler Bodine, I am not a redneck, I'm an outlaw, and a vamp for that. He even has it right there in the name placard, the American Outlaw, Tyler Bodine, not the American Redneck Tyler Bodine.
Okay, thanks for clarifying, but you are part of a tag team called the Redneck Outlaws. You're best friends with a redneck, so there you go.
Guilt by association.
Exactly, Guido. Exactly.
So, hey, Guido, what do you say you go ahead and hit Marks with some of your lightning questions?
Oh, yes, the lightning.
Okay, what's that, guys? I can't wait to hear these.
This is going to be interesting. I mean, it's a list of questions I've compiled since I started doing this. Kind of get to the person behind the character. Just quick question, just off the top of your head.
Okay.
Now, who are some wrestlers and in your work, managers and commentators that have inspired you?
I think a few easy ones to name. Most people have assumed it, but I'll even go ahead and publicly state it. Obviously, the Advocate and so many other names, Paul Heyman, the Brain, Bobby Heenan. I would say also Father James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister. There's a few other.
Making an appearance.
Oh, go ahead. What's that?
I got a sister figure with me.
What can I say? The man with all the charm and talent that he has, it was hard not to take some influence from him when I got into this.
Oh
especially him and Paul Heyman.
Oh yeah.
Bobby, that wit. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I hope to be. I think I'll be as good as the Brain one day. It's hard to compete with who he's managed, but what can I say? But to finish answering that, Jim Cornette, I would take some influence, especially when it comes to learning facts and statistics related to wrestling. Yeah, I'd say main influence is definitely Father James Mitchell, Paul Heyman, and Bobby Heenan.
But like I said,
we got to everybody in the comments saying, my brother is a redneck, and y'all couldn't even hold our jock straps. James, I challenge you to put together your favorite tag team, and we'll knock them down. So who is your favorite tag team there?
Well, I think we did have a question earlier in the chat. I believe it was the Clubhouse Critic asked, why is the Pony Club your favorite tag team?
Really? They had to ask me that? Oh, God. Well, okay, first, I'll sing the praises, guys. They're an impressive tag team. They're veterans of the scene. They've held numerous championships, multiple promotions. I'll sing their praises. That's fine. I just have a complicated, you could say, history with them.
Yeah, I was about to say, they've hit you with their finisher a couple times.
Yes. While I was doing nothing more than being an official, doing my job, and they were sore winners and decided to put their hands on me.
Well, I mean, let's face facts. I'm still having a, I love working with CHWA, but I'm leery every time Switchblade is in the building.
I have heard a lot of good things about Switchblades. Before I departed
They're
CHWA,
incredible team.
Yeah. Oh, no, they are an incredible team. Do not get me wrong, but neither of you guys were threatened by them if they didn't get a title rematch. So, I'm just saying.
Guido, what's up with you just getting randomly threatened by people, man?
I don't know.
You're such a nice guy, Guido. I don't get it.
Was it something
I mean, all you do is make people turn evil with pictures. I mean,
okay. To be fair, okay. With the exception of Dexter Roswell, really, it only works if you're a female in WWE.
Okay, if it worked with Dexter Roswell, then that's not an exception. It's just an expansion of your mystical picture evil powers.
I got a new phone. I don't think. We're trying to figure this part out. I'm not offering cookies. I mean, come on.
I mean, who doesn't love cookies, though, Guido?
Coming to the dark side.
The dark side's pretty nice. A lot of money. Just saying.
And cookies. Apparently.
Exactly.
All right, well, we've kind of gone off the rails. Guido, hit us with another lightning.
Okay. Favorite movie franchise?
Oh, what? Oh, man. Honestly, Guido, that's a tough one. Man. This one, I got to take a second to think about because big movie fanatic growing up. And there's so many franchises I was into, especially as a teenager. It's really hard to choose. I guess you could say if you went by category, but if it's just in general, it's a hard choice. Especially when you got franchises like Fast and Furious, Star Wars. I know I'm missing multiple others now.
You did not just put Fast and the Furious up at the same level as Star Wars.
Maybe not the same level, but you can't say that franchise hasn't made a lot of money. And actors that have been associated with that, just like with Star Wars. I mean, Lord of the Rings. Even say what you will about the movies, but Transformers. I heard you guys talking about that last week.
We were talking about the 1986 masterpiece that was Transformers the movie,
and how Hot Rod sucks,
and how that movie only existed to sell our generation a whole new line of toys.
Okay, fair. And again, but it's all part of the same franchise. Really,
No. See, those new live action ones, they're not part of it.
They're not a part of the official canon?
Nope.
That I did not know.
The official canon of the original 1980s Transformers series ended with Transformers Beast Wars.
Gotcha.
Unless you also include the comic books, which you can include the comic books, but as far as media type things, the official canon ends at Beast Wars.
I'm saying, they did a wonderful job on the Transformers comic books. The original Marvel run in the 80s.
I've heard a lot of good things about them comics. Main ones, but comics-wise, I'm more the guy to talk about with, I'll admit, the Walking Dead series. Big fan of that one. There's a few others, but especially that series. While Transformers, just not as familiar with. But the artwork, it does look pretty phenomenal, especially for the time.
Yeah. IDW did a great job picking it up in the 90s, 2000s.
Anything Robert Kirkman does is great. I mean, he did Invincible, right?
Really? I did not know that.
The guy who created Walking Dead created Invincible.
Man, I've been getting into that show, slowly. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I didn't know Kirkman had anything to do with that show.
Yeah.
Man. Wow. I'm glad I know. Thank you for telling me that.
Do you know how he got to be able to publish The Walking Dead originally is that he pitched it to the publisher as that the reveal was going to be that the zombie apocalypse was because of aliens.
Yes, I've heard that.
He lied to him to get the book on the shelves and just went off the way he wanted to do it.
I mean, come on. Okay, we'll look at it from a wrestling point of view. He didn't lie. He worked them because they still got what they wanted, and he still got what he wanted.
Yeah.
That sounds fair to me.
Yep, everybody went home happy.
Exactly, 100%.
Everybody went to the bank with that one. Is what happened.
Still, funnily enough, they could do just about everything except call them zombies.
I like the term walkers, though. I mean, especially given how slow they move.
Yeah. Well, you know why. Believe it or not, even though they didn't use it until, I would say more modern times, Marvel owned the trademark to the term zombie in comic books.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Do they? And they still own it, or?
Yeah. Trademark law is stupid. The only thing dumber is copyright law.
I will 100% agree with you. The amount of things that you can't even get access to because of copyright or your own content, it's just constantly getting messed with. That's why I don't know. I'm glad I can do shows like this because I don't know if I could do my own podcast. I don't know.
I'm not going to lie. A few lines of disclaimer dialogue does go a long way. That's because right at the beginning, you can remind the audience. You can remind, you can lawsuit happy people, and you can remind YouTube that you can remind YouTube that there's such a thing as fair use.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah,
but you have to. It has to be under educational, transformative, or.
Under those guidelines, exactly.
Yeah.
You step over the line just once, whole thing's taken off, or If I'm not mistaken, there fines or penalties for that as well.
In some cases, yes. Like if you just flat out use it without any acknowledgement, yeah. It can get you for copyright or trademark infringement.
The thing that gets me with copyright, especially nowadays with the state and lay of like the video game world, is that if you have, and this is gonna go like very much so into Ubisoft and the Crew situation, because you have a publisher who puts out a game that's an online only game, and they sell it to you for full price, and then a year later they shut down the servers so you can't play this game that you bought anymore, and they don't give you the means to set up your own private server or anything. And then if you go and you try to like recreate that server for private use, then you're hit with copyright things because you're copying their code when all you're trying to do is make it so you can play the game you paid for.
Exactly. A friend of mine, he's a big gamer. He informed me about that, and just what's the point when you already bought the game? I'll admit I'm not even a gamer really much anymore, but the money that you're paying nowadays, why shouldn't you get to still have access to it even if you get rid of it?
And you got Sony who's like, we're not going to do digital games physical games anymore. We're going all physical or all digital.
I can't lie. I think that's part of what was a big turnoff with some of the internet or online gaming now, is if you don't have certain ways of accessing it or no way or whatsoever, you can't even get access to some of your favorite games. You can't even get online to play them. You can't even get online to hang out with your friends and play with them. Nothing. And it's frustrating, especially when you're spending the type of money you're spending. I've had friends spend thousands of dollars on game consoles, PCs, you name it.
But you know what you don't have to worry about paying for and then losing access to? NGW Unlimited Plus.
You are correct, camera guy. I've been using it all the time, especially to get caught up on the road with Donde Estoy and formerly Scott Cross, #Scott's Fault. Always got to remind people of that.
And of course, all the episodes of NGW High Voltage, the entire NGW library, and IWA Productions too.
Uh-oh. Hello?
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 You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear me anymore?
Oh, I can hear you. Not sure what happened there. Anyway,
technology. But yeah, it's an absolutely great. You can get it on your iPhone, your Android, Apple TV, Google TV, Roku, Fire TV.
Accessible literally anywhere. And from what I saw, 80,000 plus hours.
Actually, it's 90,000 hours now.
90,000 now?
90,000 hours streamed.
Yes. Now that is some big growth, especially it hasn't even been out that long when you think about it.
No, we launched it at the beginning of the year.
Exactly. And wow, 90,000. Guys, I think we got a pretty good shot with how this is going of hitting 200, maybe even 200,000 by the end of the year. Maybe 150,000 at the least. Because we are going at a very good speed for this. I'm just saying, calling it.
Yeah, I mean, like I always say, it's only just the beginning of it. We've got big things coming. We put out an update earlier this week for NGW Unlimited Plus, and what this update is something I probably should have put in there a little while ago. But when you're watching a show, when the show ends, it automatically plays the next show now.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, and we have the 24/7 stream, but now you can just click on an NGW show and it just show. It's great.
Back to back, folks. You want nonstop NGW IWA action? There you go. NGW Unlimited.
Yeah. But, I think it's about time for my personal favorite segment on the show. A segment that
Alrighty.
everybody knows and loves. A little bit of a segment that we like to call Shock Therapy. Now, for anybody new here, the way that Shock Therapy works is we ask our guest a series of 3 multiple choice questions. If they get 2 out of the 3 right, they will win a prize for one of our live viewers. And, considering that, you said you've had some run-ins with him in the past, I think that this week, Mr. Marks, you will be playing for the American outlaw, Tyler Bodine.
Okay, that'll be an interesting couple questions there. Few questions.
And the prize you could be winning will be a signed poster from the next NGW show this Saturday, which is what, Guido?
That will be NGW Aftermath, coming to you from the Muscuda AG Center this Saturday night. Tickets are still available. See the links in the comments for details. Or where to get your tickets in advance.
Hey, if you ain't got them yet, folks, get them now.
Yeah, get them now. But, and we like to tailor our questions to our guest as much as possible. And, we were thinking that, your name is James Allen Marks, even though you're certainly not a Mark, right?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
That industry term, everybody tries to use it on me, calls me it. You're a Mark, this Mark. Like, no, it's my last name is Marks. Simple, not a Mark.
Yeah, but to be able to prove that you're not a Mark, you have to understand Marks, right?
Yes, I would agree
with this.
So we need to establish how much you know about a famous Mark. That's right. This week we're going to be asking you a question about possibly the most famous Mark of all time, Mark Twain.
Ooh, man. Okay, you just gave me a challenge.
Well, as
Tyler Bodine's saying you look like a Mark.
Really? Really?
I think that.
Really?
I'm going to find this very interesting. As someone who grew up very close to America's hometown, Hannibal, Missouri, it's going to be very interesting to see how you do in these questions on Mark Twain.
Oh, well, are you ready?
Be interesting. About as ready as I can be, guys.
All right, here we go. Your first question. What was Mark Twain's real name? Was it A, Samuel Langhorne Clemens, B, Theodore Bookshelf McGee, C, Cornelius P. Mustache the Third, not the second, but the third, or D, Mark Twain, his parents had incredible foresight?
Honestly, I'd have to go with A.
You're going with A, Samuel Langhorne Clemens, and you are correct! Mark Twain's real name was Samuel Clemens. All right.
What do you know? I got it again.
All right. 1 down, 2 to go. Are you ready for the next question?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Mark Twain was born shortly after the appearance of what famous object and died shortly after it returned? Was it A, the world's first reasonably comfortable chair, B, Halley's Comet, C, a mysterious flying outhouse seen over Missouri, or D, a rather suspicious goat?
The suspicious goat is back.
Always causing problems, Guido, I swear.
He's
bad.
You just get used to it.
Well, I guess I'd have to say the world's first reasonably comfortable chair. I mean, it seems the most logical answer, I would say.
But
yeah, I'm gonna go with A.
gonna go with A?
The world's first recently come here.
How would
Actually,
I
you say Haley's Comet. B.
you gonna go with Halley's Comet B? And you are correct. It was Halley's Comet.
Two.
Now
I love it.
for a bonus point, how often does Halley's Comet come around?
Man, this one.
I think it's like every 86
Not
years.
sure on that one. I'll be honest. That
I think it's been 86 years.
Actually, it has been 40 years since the last time Halley's Comet come around, and it comes around between every 75 to 76 years.
Okay.
wow. So what year was the last Haley's Comet?
1986.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were.
That was a
around for
good
that.
year.
Oh.
That was a really good year.
I don't know. 84 and 85 were a lot better.
Yeah, but 86 had the release of the seminal Transformers the movie.
I remember you talking about that last week. You are correct.
You know, if I still had a hot rod figure, I would bring it to the next show and throw it at you.
Wow.
And this was back when they made Transformers out of metal.
Yeah, the die-cast metal. Oh, I still have a bunch of. I still have a die-cast metal Optimus Prime. But anyway, James, congratulations! You got 2 out of 3 right, so you did win that signed poster for Tyler Bodine. But we do have a third question in the chamber. Want to see if you can go 3 for 3?
Ain't no harm in trying.
All right, third question. Before becoming a famous writer, what job did Mark Twain actually have? Was it A, a professional mustache model, B, a Mississippi River steamboat pilot, C, Don De Estoy's personal travel agent, or D, the assistant regional manager of yelling at the Mississippi River?
That would be quite a job. D.
Actually, he had the job of assistant to the regional manager of yelling at the Mississippi River.
Yeah, if that was his profession, I'd say be yelling his brains out. Jesus. Okay, Don De Estoy's personal travel agent. I would have to rule that one out for sure because Don De, I don't think he's been alive that long. He don't seem. He's not a spring chicken, but he's definitely closer to the grave than further from it.
Well, camera guy. That's camera guy's job now, and he should
have fun with that one. I'd say we're gonna go with B.
Go with B, Mississippi River steamboat pilot, and you are correct. He was a Mississippi River steamboat pilot, which is actually how he came up with the name Mark Twain.
Yep.
Wow. Oh God, y'all just got me thinking about it. Were both of you fans of the teen sitcom Drake and Josh?
Dude,
what is that?
Sorry, repeat that.
I don't know what that is.
Didn't one of them?
Sorry, the audio's been cutting in and out.
No, neither one of us know what a Drake and Josh is.
Well,
is that something you ordered at 7-Eleven on the secret menu? But
absolutely not, Guido. The famous channel Nickelodeon. Their teen sitcom, one of the best ones, Drake and Josh, starring Drake Bell, Josh Peck. Big career starter from Miranda Cosgrove, even though she had been acting before that.
So our generation of Nickelodeon was things like You Can't Do That on TV and Hey Dude and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I will admit, I am a fan of 90s Nickelodeon like you guys. And before I get into why I was bringing up Drake and Josh, I just got to ask, Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah. I was more of a Rocco man myself because that one had an actual continuing story and built up characters between episodes.
Yeah. Rocco's Modern Life, very good show.
Wait, hold on. So Drake and Josh was responsible for iCarly, which was responsible for Sam and Cat, which was responsible for why I got laughed out of Taco Bell and Starbucks for trying to order an Ariana Grande.
I mean, that sounds like the right chain of events, Guido. But it was, come on, it was only once, right?
It's two separate restaurants, so.
We got to tell everybody to say, Guido, a camera guy. You got to remember, James is still a kid and watches Barney every day.
So that's the guy who's as big as.
So hold on. It's way off the rails time right now. Okay, so did y'all hear about the hurricane that is heading to, or it's a tropical storm right now that's heading towards Hawaii?
Well, I mean, I did hear about the report about it from Gregory Helms, Ace Reporter.
Yeah,
there's a hurricane right now that's heading towards, or it's a tropical storm. It could develop into a hurricane that is traveling to Hawaii. And this tropical storm's name, I am not kidding you. I cannot take a tropical storm or a hurricane name. It is named Lala. When I heard this, my next thought was, what's next? Is Tinky Winky and Poe going to be tearing up Florida and Texas?
It just might be when you can call a hurricane Lala. Lala, that's what a baby says.
We need better naming.
Ravens fan.
Here's what we need to do: is we need to petition like Noah or whoever names them to start naming the hurricanes after terrifying things, so that when hurricanes are coming, people leave the area.
Exactly, Lala sounds
people
real
will
nice.
Not leave for Hurricane Lala. People will probably leave if you name your hurricane Ultimate Warrior.
Oh my God! Yeah, that hurricane would instantly instill more fear.
Hurricane Student Loan Debt has made landfall.
Everybody runs for the hills on now. Hurricane, we have been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Probably get a lot of callbacks, especially from the superhero in training. I wonder where he's at nowadays.
I think he's dead. Sorry.
That's pretty sad to bring up, Guido, but at the same time,
I'm sorry, but I think he did pass. Unfortunately, pass away a while ago. But
yeah,
unfortunately, yes. Very underrated talent, though. Very underrated, in my opinion.
Tyler Bodine say we should name the hurricane after him.
Ooh, that's a great idea. I like that. I think it would suit the hurricane name better than Lala.
Yeah.
Right. The names they give.
No, wait. Here's what we do. We name the hurricane Daylight Savings Time. Nobody wants that right now.
Absolutely not.
Oh, this is officially
crisis.
Way off the rails now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just three guys chatting.
I was just gonna
professional wrestling.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, we're gonna talk more about Mark Twain because the where he got the name was the measurement, because they would have to measure to make sure that the riverboat could go through, and they needed at least 12 feet or 2 fathoms or 2 marks or a Mark Twain to bypass without getting any damage to the riverboat.
Yeah, I was not aware of that.
Yep. Because the thing is, the Mississippi River, it's always changing the depth and what you can see.
True.
And anybody who's gone over any of the bridges knows you look out one day and you just see river. You go over the next day, and for some reason, now there's little land masses in the middle of the river.
Just popping up out of nowhere. You're like, wait a minute. That wasn't there.
That wasn't there yesterday.
Before the lock and dam system as well,
Yeah.
True.
The levels constantly change and all that. So, yeah.
Correct. True.
But so where can everybody catch you at?
Well, let's see. Of course, New Genesis Wrestling. IWA Productions. Easily one of the best commentators of both promotions. Let's see. You can also find me, of course, at Illinois Elite Wrestling, which our next show, August 22nd, live in Highland, Illinois. There can be only one, where you can see me representing my client, the impenetrable Johnny B of Class Action, in action. Of course, I was originally supposed to work for Midwest Wrestling Coalition, but unfortunately, I will not able to make the show due to my prior commitments to IEW. But you will see me there in the future as I'm looking.
Sorry, I hate to. It's Last One Standing. This
Last One Standing.
Show on August 22nd.
Oh, see, this is again IEW management. First, they tell me that Johnny's got a championship match after all the negotiating, then they change it. Oh, wow. So tired. So tired of them not listening to me, Guido. Sorry, back to business. IEW, IWA, New Genesis, Midwest Wrestling Coalition. There is a couple of places that I've had my eye on. I've been wanting to check out for quite a while. St. Louis Anarchy is given everything I've been told. It sounds like the right place for the representative to go do some representing, or better yet, commentary, or be the best official, but especially representing. And another one, I would say I have tried to get in there. NGW, our friends there in St. Louis. They're another one I've been interested in for quite a while. Actually, and since old Tyler Bodine decided to stick his big nose here in the show, in the chat, in the comments, I've heard he's got a promotion a little more north of here, Illinois Valley Wrestling Federation.
Yep.
Correct? Hey, if he wants to make that match happen, me and a tag team of my choosing to represent, I'd be more than happy to oblige him and make that match a reality. All he's got to do is talk to Illinois Valley Wrestling Federation's management and make it happen. But give me a personal ring if you're interested. Just saying, Tyler.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining us here tonight, and I am looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Absolutely. Same to you guys. Which I just got to say, with the show Saturday, I mentioned what my favorite matches of the night, or the matches I'm at least looking forward to the most. There is one I got to ask you guys about, just to get the opinion given. Me and Scar on commentary, we tend to bicker a little bit when it comes to PYT, led by the Balding Bunny. Oh, good to know, Tyler. So, I do got to ask this about the match with PYT's Curtis Payne and Ricky Cruz. Curtis winning this, he gets a shot at the NGW Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
As a long-tenured veteran of the scene, as is Curtis Payne, he wins that match and then goes on to defeat Ricky Cruz. What do you guys think Playboy's reaction will be? I can't wait to see it.
Not good.
Well, I mean, Playboy, treats PYT as a whole unit. So, like, when PYT holds the heavyweight championship, PYT holds the heavyweight championship. Like, when PYT held the tag team championship, PYT was tag team champions.
All true.
When Tobias Storm was the Lightning Division champion, PYT was the NGW Lightning Division champion.
All true. But you guys know Playboy even better than me. In his ego, handle Curtis holding that championship, especially right in his face, if he so happens to win it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because the chairman might just have the chair used on himself.
I guess the only way to find out is to come to NGW.
Exactly, folks. This Saturday in Mascuda, Aftermath, and after the last two shows, Full Circle, Melee, and Mascuda, we are in quite the role, folks. So take it from the representative. Get your tickets now if you haven't. Because
right.
this is going to be quite the show, and that ain't no lie. It's a James Allen Marks guarantee. And Guido, you know better than anybody, that's a great guarantee to have.
I got a couple in my back pocket right now.
Oh, yeah?
All right.
Again,
thank you for joining us.
Before you go, where can people connect with you on social media?
Well, you can find me here on Facebook as well as through Snapchat. Give the list. I'll have to update the listings later. I'm looking to be joining TikTok here before long as well. And of course, through each promotion that I work, you can of course find my work on their social media platforms, especially YouTube, with everyone that I just mentioned earlier, as well as several other promotions I've worked. So definitely heavy in YouTube for sure. But Facebook, Snapchat, and soon TikTok.
All right. Oh, we'll look for you there. But you have a good evening, and we will see you on Saturday.
You good boys as well. Have a great night, guys. Representative, enjoy your day.
All right, you ready for Saturday, Guido?
I don't know if I could be any more ready for Saturday. I mean, that's all this has come to a fever pitch, and we're. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm trying to find words to. I'm trying to find the words to, convey my excitement, but I don't know if there are any left.
All right, but I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. I also want to say a special thank you to our sponsors, Nick's Home Decor, the Ringside Buffet out Mount Vernon, absolutely the best pork tenderloin sandwich that you can get. ATS Collectibles in Smithton and ATS
And
Game Room. And I got to tell you, I actually was able to go make it out to ATS Collectibles yesterday. And for somebody like you and me, Guido, that place is dangerous.
Yes.
I mean, they've got old video games. They have, like, you remember the old cap guns that we would play with as kids?
Yes.
The roll of cap guns. They have a bunch of those. And they have comic books and vintage toys. And, oh my goodness. I mean, the place is so much bigger on the inside than you would think.
It's like a giant toy TARDIS.
Yeah, it's head out to Smithton, head out to ATS Collectibles. It's wonderful. If you're anything like me and Guido, you're gonna spend your whole paycheck there.
I'm not saying it's, gonna happen, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
But make sure that you give make sure you give us a good old top rope elbow drop on that like button. Share, subscribe. We will see you Saturday in Mascuda, and of course, we will see you next week.